Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Wanted to do a midweek update because we have a lot on our plate this week. So as you can tell, our Shoeacher order came in, and let me tell you something. We took this to the track, we broke it on Sunday, I put in an order Sunday night. I did pay the UPS because I want to race this car this weekend. I think this whole order cost me $86 shipped to my door, arrived today. Shipped Monday, it's Wednesday. Arrived today. I got 2 sets of front arms, set of rear arms, front bulkhead, extra belt, extra yokes for the drive shafts, some C-clips, the upgraded the bearing housings on the transmission. Since I have that apart, I'm going to toss those in there. Wheels. So again, Shoeacher's awesome. I might actually get rid of all this associated junk. I'm a Shoeacher guy now, apparently. That was until I got on Facebook Marketplace alert. And something posted that I couldn't pass up. Bam! So, as you know, I won a B3 off eBay. Still not here. Somehow it's delayed in shipping, I guess, due to weather. So, a local gentleman by the name of Scott was posting this for sale. So not the fan parts. I already had those. Again, thanks to Go Fast, got myself a sweet chassis. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 B3s. I'm going to build one up super nice. That's going to be my runner. I'm going to get the other one together and probably just put that on the eBay. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're Associated fanboy, or oh, you're a Shoeacher fanboy, eat tea and crumpets, whatever. I'm going Losi. So what we were able to do is get a double X buggy with the infamous brake. The top deck's not broke and the chassis not broke. It's really just the bulkhead that's broke. So got the pin and everything and all the parts. So I just need to get a bulkhead and we'll be good to go there. Got a double X4 that he put new belts on it, and I'm going to go through it a little bit more. The only thing that's wrong with that is the rear wing mounts broke, but I have a guy. So I think I got the wing mount figured out. I got the front bulkhead figured out, either Moto Obscura or something like that. We'll do on that and start getting these together. So these are probably 2 longer term projects. Our B3 is our short term project because I'm gonna get that together. So did print out the manuals. So at least Losi's got the manuals online. So the B3 did come with some electronics. Obviously I'm probably gonna take all these out and switch them for something else. I don't know what motor that is, but I'll pull that motor out. Maybe I'll put that in one of my Shelf Queen cars. Big thing is, did come with green springs, but this does look like it's a sport kit because I don't know if it's got full bearings or not. If it doesn't matter because I have full bearing kit, but it does have the green springs and everything I need. I am going to order some different shocks and get probably the factory team shocks, so I'll probably order those tonight and start out with factory team shocks and go from there on the small bores. Maybe do a big bore thing, but I always like going with kind of the stock stuff at first and then going from there. On our Losi, we are going to try to get this thing back together as best as possible. Going to order a bulky body kit for both the Losi and the double X4. But this not too shabby. I mean, some chassis wear and stuff like that, but some new screws. It's got the MIP CVDs in it as well. So I got those. And we'll get the front end together on this. But really the only thing that's broke is the bulkhead. It's got everything else to get that back together. So we'll get that back together and rolling pretty quick. Wish it had the hydrodrive. It doesn't, but he does have hydrodrive parts, which is kind of weird. But anyway, and then on to our double X4. So obviously, I run a bunch of Yokomos on there. We are not going to get any of the the associated, four-wheel drive RC10. But we are going to go and get this together. So again, I'll order a bulky body. For this, we'll tear out all the electronics. I may leave the servo, but I may go with something else on there as well. Something newer, get rid of the big servo saver on there, and get something newer and updated. But the discs feel good, and I'll go through the shocks. Those don't feel good, so we'll fix that and get everything else together. But man, just a slight cleaning up, and it's actually like not in that bad a shape. So I am pretty excited. It's got the updated front white bulkhead. There's also a new one like in the package. So he had some spare parts and kind of a cool Losi racing package. XX retrofit transmission with slipper and dog, but 2.19 ratio. So that must be the transmission that was in there. We will see, but he gave me a little kit. So there's some battery things, O-ring for the outdrive, seals. This is like a hydrodrive part, hydrodrive slipper gear. Probably go on eBay. Shit, I don't need it. And then revised front bulkhead for the front. That's why that's white and not black. Is I think all the revised front bulkheads, even for the buggy, the first editions were black, and then the upgraded later editions were white. Does have some turnbuckles and stuff like that, some spring collars in there. So I will probably hold on to that, get those together. But again, I'm probably just going to get a order through Boki together. Miscellaneous bearings and washers and stuff like that. It is running a GM Racing V12 speed controller, brushed. So obviously we're going to take that out. We're going to do our standard 17.5 motor with the sweet heatsink, which I don't know if it needs it. May figure out an electronics layout to maybe have a fan blowing somehow. Or we may leave the heatsink, who knows. And get our hobby wing in here. Probably go to a different, obviously a Protec servo probably for the steering. The batteries, I don't know. I may see if we can fit like a LiPo on this side and then move the speed controller and receiver over on this side, since that's more than enough space to fit a speed controller and a FlySky receiver. And then I think this will be probably enough space to fit a shorty LiPo on this side. And that will give us, I think, the balance we need on this. If nothing else, I'm going to ask Larry Doe. So he had a pretty good weekend at the Vintage Clash Champions and got back. So I was kind of messaging him back and forth on a couple things. He had the wing mounts and stuff, so he's able to help me on this. But this actually I don't think needs a whole lot. Just needs to be cleaned up a little bit and go through that. So yeah, so that's I haven't posted a video in a while. I shouldn't say a while, a couple days, but this is what I've kind of been working on. So we'll get all this together. I'm going to prioritize getting the Shoeacher done. So I'll probably get that done this evening and have a separate video on that. And then we'll start having separate videos on each one of these. So after the Shoeacher, I think the very next video is probably going to be on the B3, because I ordered a bunch of fan parts that have came in. I have this car. The other B3 off eBay should be coming in here probably tomorrow or fairly shortly. I'll see those come in. So we'll probably concentrate on, like I said, Cougar B3. I'm going to order parts for these tonight. Mainly some new bodies. And then, like I said, I think I'm just going to give a good cleaning to our XX and get a wing mount from Larry and kind of refresh everything that I can refresh and make sure that's good to go. Maybe order see if I can find some reproduction rims or something like that on eBay, see what we can do there. And then obviously get our front bulkhead ordered. Found, the front bumper was in there. Not too badly scuffed up, but this car's going to be a runner anyway, so I don't really care. So get that together. We will go through the transmission to get that all set and taken care of. I mean, we'll see. How's that? Yeah, diff is a little loose and stuff, but not a big deal. Still pretty smooth. So hopefully maybe get away with flipping some rings and doing a refresh on that just to see how that goes. Top deck is fine, so we'll see what we can do there to get that back in there when we get the front bulkhead, get our steering assembly all done, get our suspension back on, and this should be fairly ready to go. Again, probably need some wheels for that. Not the biggest deal in the world. So, yeah. So thanks to Scott for giving me a good Facebook Marketplace deal. I felt anyway. And we'll get some more content on the channel and expand that way. But did want to give a Wednesday update. So look for videos on the Cougar coming up, our B3 teardown coming up, and then moving on to the Losis after that. And of course, we're going to be racing not every Saturday, probably every other Saturday, but we'll be going on this Saturday. I don't think I'll have a B3 ready. I will have the Shoeacher ready, and probably our 91 Works Yokomo will take since we haven't ran that yet. So again, guys, like, subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next one.